Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for this next installment of the Northwest Chamber of Commerce Member Interview Studio Sessions. Joining us today from USHEALTH Advisors is Evan Dahne. Evan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Emily. This is awesome. I see Kathleen's name in the bottom, so I guess you logged in under Kathleen, right?
I am Kathleen today. We have one more week of me pretending to be Kathleen, so we'll enjoy it while we can.
All right. That's so good.
All right, well, we will jump right into it, into the hard-hitting questions. Number one being, what first got you into the world of health insurance?
So what kind of got me into it? Well, first and foremost, my dad has been in the business for many, many years, probably over 20 years, okay? And prior to me actually getting involved in health insurance, through him, I kind of sort of have been kind of connecting with it a little bit, understanding it. It was actually kind of a natural thing for me to join it anyway at some point. But I had owned a business, a photography and video business. We did bar mitzvahs, weddings. And, you know, towards the end of that, I ended up selling the business to somebody that I was working with. We had a little bit of a tiff, and I ended up just saying, you know what, I think it's my time to move on, right? Okay. And it was just a natural transition for me to move directly into health insurance. And because my father had been in it for so many years, it was, again, that natural transition. He kind of took me under his wing, mentored me up into the point of where I am now as a field sales leader, running his satellite. He has since moved on to be a platinum agent and do like what they call semi-retire, right? I guess is how you look at it. So, but I learned a lot. I learned a lot from him. Everybody in the company learned a lot from him in the area. So that's just sort of how my process getting into health insurance came about.
Nice. I didn't know that about your prior business, so that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's got something, right?
And it's nice to be learning these. Here. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yep. So what is it that you most enjoy or love about your field now?
So what's neat, first and foremost, being a leader, being able to mentor other agents and get them up to speed and really help them take their business to a whole nother level, make it a long-lasting career. That's one area that I really love. I do love working with the agents, but the biggest thing is actually working with the customers, because that's what we do on a regular basis. Nothing pleases me more than having a customer be able to obtain the type of coverage that we have, because as well as I do, just like everybody else, the world of insurance is so convoluted and it's crazy, and people don't understand it. So for us to come in as advisors and be able to guide people to a potential type of coverage that they feel comfortable with and that they in turn really understand and it's going to benefit them, that is a really big plus for us. And certainly our mission, the company's mission of hope, is helping other people every day. I mean, this is what we do. And so that's kind of the biggest thing for me, is really helping customers obtain that coverage that is going to make them feel comfortable and help put them in a better situation tomorrow than they are today.
Yeah. That's great. That's a great person to have in your life, dealing with all this stuff. And I'm sure in such an evolving field, it's always nice to have someone.
It's every day.
Yeah.
Every day. There's something, the wind blows this way and health insurance changes. The wind blows that way, it changes back. It's just kind of one of those things that happens.
Yeah. And a lot of people get confused with it. So that's a great answer. Right. Has there been a favorite moment during your career?
So I've had a few. One more recently was a particular client of mine, a case that I had that was taking almost 2 months to get through underwriting, because our particular coverage requires medical underwriting. And that's not the norm. So guys, don't anybody watching this, that's not usually the norm, but that was a great feeling, because I really fight for my customers and I fight for my clients. And I worked really hard with the client directly, with the doctor's offices, to get everything situated that we needed to, that would help push this file through. It took like a month and a half or so to get it in, but that was a really great experience for me, because she ultimately was able to save a significant amount of money. I mean, she stayed with me. Most people are like, yeah, 2 months to try to figure this out. Now I'll go find something else. But she really saw the benefit and the value of what we do as a health coverage company, and she wanted it. Yeah. So we did everything in our power to get it through, and we got it through. So, which was really awesome. So that was a great thrill for me. And again, just helping people is a great thrill. Getting people to put themselves, like I said before, in a better situation tomorrow than they are today. There is no better feeling.
Yeah. And that, even just that experience, I mean, that's so rewarding, and I'm sure just gives you a great reminder as to why you do what you do. Yeah.
And I usually, I mean, using life experiences and experiences I have with other customers. That's just, I tell everybody about it. You know, when I talk to other customers, I tell them, you know, certain scenarios, don't give names away or anything. I don't do that, but you know, it's nice to be able to help people and get them through. And I do fight for my customers. So.
Yeah, that's great. I love that answer. Okay, are there any, I guess, funny or interesting experiences that you'd want to share?
Funny, interesting experiences in the business or just in general?
In the business, let's say.
That didn't really happen to me, but it happened to somebody. It happened to my father. It's always a funny story that we tell, you know, where he had a case one time. We have this accident protector policy, right? Okay, pays a certain amount of money if you accrue a certain amount of accident claims, right? And had a customer call in who said that she had gotten pregnant and that was an accident. And she was thinking that the accident protector was going to pay out because she got pregnant, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's kind
Not
of
really
one of those funny things. Yeah, that's not an accident. No, it's not an accident. But that was kind of a funny situation. That was years ago, but we use that as a funny story. You know, it happens. But, you know, in this business, I mean, internally funny things happen.
Right.
Externally, not so much. But that was just kind of one little funny little tidbit that we still tell people about all the time. So
I'm sure. And I'm sure there's stuff you see all the time. It's just,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We hear all kinds of stuff from people, you know, all the time. It's crazy. So
yeah, I bet. All right, well, we will transition into our actors studio type session.
All right.
Do you have a favorite word in your vocabulary?
Do I have a favorite word in my vocabulary? Next.
I haven't gotten that one yet.
Next. This business, that's a we have a 4-letter word in this business. It is called next.
I like that. On to the next.
On to the next one. Exactly. Yep.
All right, and what about a favorite sound or noise?
Nothing. Silence. Favorite sound or noise? Silence. I have kids. I have a 5-year-old and I have a 1-year-old, and when there is no noise, it's great. It's music to my ears. Silence is great sound to my ears.
I think a lot of people would agree with you on that one. Okay, so I guess a little bit more about you too. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
If I had to really kind of point my finger on what I would have probably done with my past self or my future self, I probably would have been a golfer. I like golf. Yeah, I probably would have played. I'm not real good right now. I'm okay. I'm not great, but I probably would have been a golfer. Yeah, I would have liked to have been on the PGA Tour, travel, see all the different golf courses, and play in front of people. But yeah, or a singer. I used to be in a band, so I used to be in a boy band. It's really funny. I don't know too many people know I was in a little boy band, a little local boy band. So I can sing, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna sing anything, but I can sing. So yeah, I might have done that too. So there's two things: golfer and actually been a professional musician. So.
And you could have been an ex-boy band member and then transitioned into golf.
Exactly. I could have done that too. Right. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yep.
All right. I guess the most important question that we've been asking our members is, what is the one business lesson you wish you would have known prior to starting your career?
One business tip I would have known prior to my career as a health insurance agent, or just in general in business?
We can do that. I mean, if there are things that have crossed over, then maybe, or in your particular field.
Knew before. I mean, stuff I know now. It's kind of hard about what I knew before or what I would have known before. So the business lesson here, like, I had to learn how to stay even keel, meaning right here, very, very even keel. I'm a very emotional guy, right? Sometimes that gets the better of me sometimes, as certain people know, but I had to really learn how to maintain a very, very even level. Okay. And, you know, for people that know me, that's a very difficult thing, okay, for me to do. And I had to learn how to do that because this business is very matter of fact, right? It's black and white. There's really no gray area. And if you're not you know, real even keel, it can get the better of you. We've seen it out of agents. We've seen other agents, you know, not being able to stay real level, you know, puts them in a situation where they may not be here in the future. Can't take things too personally in this business. It's a very matter-of-fact business. So if I knew that going in, I probably would have maybe been, I mean, you know, it may have been a little bit of an easier transition for me, right?
Okay.
It wouldn't have taken 2.5 years really to learn that, because it's pretty much this year was when I kind of figured that out, right? January, February of this year, I learned it. And, you know, this business has a way of kind of knocking you on your butt a little bit, okay, right? And I've been knocking my butt several times. So I am not impervious, and nobody is in business. So, but that's the biggest thing that I think I would have taken away. If I had known that early on, it would have made things a little bit easier, you know, in the first 2 years here. So yeah, definitely stay even keel. Everybody stay even keel in business. Okay. Right. Don't let anything get to you. Real important.
It's so important, but like you said, it's one of those lessons that probably, I mean, they just take time. It's, you know, it's learning to adapt that way.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Thank you. These were great answers.
That was fun.
Love learning a little bit more about you. Thank you, Evan, for joining us. If anyone has any questions or need any help with any coverage, please reach out to Evan. He is a valued member of our chamber. We're happy.
Happy to help. Happy to help. Happy. And, you know, guys, remember, open enrollment's right around the corner. So if you're thinking about making any type of changes, now's a really good time. There have been some, you know, it's been some changes recently. So talking to a licensed agent, myself, anybody's a really good idea if you're really thinking about making any type of change, or even if you just want to review your current policy just to make sure like you even understand it. Well, we can do that as well. So,
which is really important.
All right.
Of course. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.